Hi and welcome back to the third video. In this one I'm going to be showing you how to add value to the database from the front and um, I'm going to make sure that we're going to write a very simple lines of code both in the HTML side and in the C sharp side. Actually in the C sharp side you just have to write one line, very simple line, you know. But the only thing I'm going to tell you is that uh, if you don't understand what's going on, well, because a lot of things going on behind the scene, you don't have to. Just trust me on this one. It's going to work if you use it every time. Anytime you use it, it's going to work, and it's safe to do it like that. So let me just show you what I'm trying to say. I'm going to create another page where I'm going to add. Uh, the second page is going to be add students.aspx. Add students.aspx. So that's going to be my second page. So this second page, I don't need anything much in here. I just need a label, then a text box, then another label. So I had a first name and last name, and that text box for this last name. Let me put a clear demarcation and a button to add everything to the database button. So now let's modify this. The text on that one will be first name, and the label name will be, the ID will be L label. What's going on? Let me just leave it like label first name. Right, so this one, the label will be, let me put it to be label, last name. I'll show you the reason why I'm giving them names now, to make our life easier later. Right, and the text will be last name. Okay, what about the text box? The text box as well, let me give a text box first name, and the second one text box last name. Text box last name. Right, so, and the button, no big deal. Let's just change it to make it, let's give this the ID will be, no, it's no ID, the text, add to database, cool. So right, so now what I want to show you is something that is cool. Add a SQL data source onto the page. Right, now you configure the data source. Remember, it's asking us to choose a data connection. Remember the one that we saved the last time? This is what we want to use, the student connection string. So I choose that, I click on next, come on, then just select all the columns that you want to populate, and but do not forget to choose this advanced method. This will automatically generate the insert, update and delete statement for you. Right, so choose that. You don't need to use this for now, but this is just to do with keeping your data secured in case so many people are modifying the database at the same time. Optimistic concurrency. So just select the generate, insert, update and delete statement. Click on OK, click on next. You can test the query, or you don't have to, or you can just to be on the safe side. Right, everything is working fine. Okay, finish. Alright, so what happened is we have actually, so that this page we want to use this connection string, right, to connect this page to the database. So what happens if we go to the source, you can see all the stuff that he has generated for us. What I usually do is, because I don't need to delete, or the only thing I need is an insert statement, so I usually delete the delete command. You see this delete command, I usually delete it from here because I really don't need it. you know um, doesn't don't need it, nor do I need the update. I only need the insert and the select. So update. Please, when you do this, don't forget, do not delete this last closing tag. Can you see the closing tag here? Don't delete that. So be careful. Make sure it's there. So the same thing. Delete parameters and the update parameters here. You see the begin and closing, delete those two. So now your code become cleaner. So now what I want to show you is how the database deal. Okay, now this is what we do here. Just make sure you change this to control parameter, and change this also to control parameter. Right, so now we need to add two other. You need to add the control ID, because I'll show you what that is, and you need to add the property name. Do the same thing for the one at the bottom. Control ID equals, and also the property name equals. So now the control ID, this is the ID of the that you want. You see here is the student name, right? The name is the student first name from the database, but what ID on your web page will this extract the data from? And for the first name, we can see here is going to be the text box first name, right? So that's what you want to put here, text box first name. That's where we need to get the information from. You do the same thing for the other, which is the student last name. So the student last name is going to be text box last name, right? Okay, so it's here, text box last name. That's the control is going to be text box last name. Right, so the property name is what value of the text box do you want to, what property of the text box do you want to use? Is the text, isn't it? You want to use the text inside the text box. Do you understand what that means? You want to use the text. That's the property of the text box that you want to use. The property name of the text box. If this is a label, it might be the text as well. If this is a what else can I think of now that you can use the property that is not text? You see, hope you get what I'm trying to say. So now that one is done, everything is ready. So the only thing you have to do is go to your button, because we need to tell what this button should do when we click it. So sorry, I don't need the page load. I need the right, when button is clicked, what do you want to happen? You want the SQL data source 1, right? Because let me show you what I mean. SQL data source 1 dot insert. You want this to insert into the database, okay, on button click. So let me show you what I mean by that. You see, we had a SQL data source 1 right here on the page, so you want it to insert into the database. So that's what's going to happen. So let's run the website now, because my time is almost 10 minutes, and you will see that actually, let me stop it. The next video I'll show you, because I don't want, I've been kind of rushing myself, so I'm going to stop the video now, then we're going to continue from there. Thank you.